Yeah, I think today's game was really important for us to get to the end line and get those 3 points. I think going into this break, obviously with the situation coming into the game with again missing two players, the players that they were out, players that are still obviously coming back from injury like Mitch, like Rose. We really need to find a way to win, and I think the start of the game was a bit shaky. Like we conceded that goal that again by fine margins. The VAR took a while, but it was a goal, and then in other games here at home we have had that issue. So it was again, where psychologically we needed to be strong. I think the players were, they kept going. Part of our signature kind of football is the press, and I think we scored out of that. And the second half they battled, and I think that goal that Jace scored, the great assist from Neely, it really represents who we are, how we fought, and the other part of the game maybe is also the amazing work the players are putting behind the scenes with the staff, putting a lot of effort into player development. I think this is an unofficial stat, but I think it's the first time in history that a team plays like 6 rookies in the league and we were able to win. I think that's amazing. Today we had Sophia, Lily, Sarah, Josie, Mac and Kaya playing. I think that is unheard of, and we still managed to win the game. I think that is credit to them. Again, this is unofficial, but it's from what I saw. So I think that really says a lot of this team, of this club, and it was very important to get this victory.
Hi Coach, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
After that 11th minute marker, when you are down in a game like this 1-0, what are some of the strategies you're encouraging your players to use, and what are some of the things you're looking for to push them forward and head into those kind of goal scoring opportunities that they need to overcome that deficit?
Yeah, I think unfortunately it's happened a few times this year at home where very early we concede, and I think that moment is a moment for us to be calm, to reset, to make sure that we stick to our game plan. Obviously when a game happens and in the manner that it happens, I think it was very unfortunate. It was a bit of a miscommunication at second phase. It's not something that it was continuously happening throughout the first 11 minutes. I think it's about us making sure that we trust in who we are, we trust in our game plan, we trust in the ability that our players have, and that's what the players did, and that's why they were here with 3 points.
Juan magazine. Coach, you have a number of players, they were just honored from where they represent their nations. How does that change the look of training? Is it just players don't get much time, getting a lot more time? What are the changes that brings?
Yeah, obviously first I want to send them, I think we spoke during the week as well, like the best of luck to all of them. I think it's always an honor to represent your country, and especially in these big stages, in Euros, Copa America, and the Africa Cup of Nations. Also the American players now, Rose is coming back into the team, Lily is the first call-up, Emily is just over 100, and even in some of the latest games she's been the captain, so we're very proud of them. And now we also have Sarah Szupansky going with the 23s and Mac Whitham going with the 17s, so I think for us that is a moment of pride. And then in terms of the players that stay here, we're gonna, first they deserve this break. I think we are already the team in the league that has played the most games, that we've traveled the most distance. Like, I think they really need that break, and the same with the staff, because they've been fantastic. And when we come back, we're gonna focus a lot in the individual work, how we can help every single one of them to be the best version of themselves, and then from there, prepare that Chicago game. Don't want to think too much about it, but I'm already, thinking.
Juan, you mentioned the rookies, and Neely just said that this team hasn't had a lot of those the last couple of years. And when you look at the first chunk of the season, did you always kind of visualize that as a time to experiment and see how everybody would kind of mesh together? And just when you look up at the standings now, 18 points and kind of in that 8th place spot, just how important was it to get to this point, just given all the experiments we're going to have to do?
Yeah, very good question. I think it was massive. We set a target in the off-season to get to know us. I think we had 11 or 12 changes in the roster, a lot of new staff coming in, so we wanted to use pre-season to get to know us on and off the pitch. We did that. I think the players were great, the staff as well. unfortunately, we'll be missing key players now like Rose. Then we had Tierna. Then Mitch took a bit longer. It's been a process. Jace didn't really come in at the beginning of the year. Came almost halfway through. So it was always going to be a process of adaptation, but at the same time, we know this league. We have to compete. We have to win. And the other target was to win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I think the point that we are in, I would like us to have more points on the table. I think that's the same with the group of players, but then also looking at, as you said, Neely mentioned, we have a lot of young players in the roster at the moment that they're getting experiences. Experiences like today are invaluable. You can't get them if you don't leave them. And the way other players are carrying that, like Anne or Neely or Emily, Mandy has been excellent. That people are at the back or players stepping up. No, that were part of the team. Like Taryn I think she's been fantastic. I think he's really helping. And then on top of that, I think we got a very special player up top. No, that is making the difference. We needed that, and we're putting everything together, and step by step we keep growing. No? I was talking about Esther.
Juan, Esther tonight became the fastest player in club history to score 10 goals, surpassing Sam Kerr. Just dive a little deeper on Esther. What has maybe changed or been added to her game, do you think, this year?
I think it's been a process. No, she came the first year halfway through. Then I think the second, and she was still obviously key for us to win the championship. But it's a big jump, our adaptation into this league, physicality, understanding with the teammates, etc. Last year, she was doing a great effort, but she was actually injured playing. She had something on her foot that was bothering her. That's why she missed kind of halfway through the year some of the games. And then when she came back, she obviously helped us a lot. And I think this year having that full pre-season, be fully fit, understanding the teammates understanding her, because her understanding of the game is very different to anyone. And then that with, she's the ultimate pro, the way she takes care of herself, and she always does that with a smile, helping the young ones, helping the older ones, integrating. She got a great connection with Emily Sonnet, and she got a great connection with Ella, but at the same time with Jace, with Brew, she's just a connector with her attitude towards life and football. So I think she's super important for us. And then on top of that, she's, today she had one chance, she put it away. That's super important. But that chance is because she's working hard without the ball. No?